My name is Kelly Lane. I am Director of Data Center Operations for DataBank, which is a multi-tenant co-location provider. In short, that means we take servers, storage, all kinds of hardware from anybody in the tech industry, companies you've heard of like Amazon, Google, Apple, small places that you've never heard of, big industrial firms, and we make sure their hardware stays up. We give them super redundant power, super redundant cooling, connectivity to the world, and high-level security.
Awesome. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Kristin Lane. I live in Dallas, Texas. I am a mother and a homemaker.
All right, so when was the first time that you touched a computer, and what kind of computer was it? When's the first time you ever saw it?
So my grandfather worked for IBM from the very beginning.
Nice.
And he was actually the developer of the dot matrix printer. So we had, obviously, IBM computers, but pretty early on.
About how old would you say you were?
Like 8, maybe. So
Early 80s.
early 80s, yeah.
Wow.
And yeah, I remember my first, experience on the computer was playing King's Quest. And I remember he had mapped out the entire thing for my brother and I, so we could do the whole game. And
Nice. And you say he worked on the dot matrix printer. Did you have a printer?
oh yes, yes, we did. And we liked to print things out, but it took, hours.
Absolutely.
But how cool was it to,
Yeah, you could print something. Nobody else.
happy birthday banners and stuff like that. Yeah.
Stop wasting the paper. Sorry, that's modern.
Right.
All right, Kelly, when's the first time that you saw or used a computer?
Well, I do remember my grandparents having about an 8-character display Casio calculator when I was probably 7 or 8 years old, late 70s. But the first thing that I would call my interaction with a computer would be early 80s. 8th grade, my middle school had a Tandy TRS-80 Model 4 business computer. And we'd plink away about all the thing we could do is make your initials bounce across the screen. I don't remember if we were programming in BASIC because we weren't really
Line
programming.
10, print, hello.
Exactly.
Line 20, go to 10.
You got it, sir.
Oh, you got to put a comma after it, though, right?
Semicolon,
or
something.
Is it semicolon?
I don't know.
I'm not a developer.
If I wanted to write code, I'd be writing code. That's the first memory I've got of it.
Nice. So when's the first time that you owned a computer that was yours? Was it given to you? Did you earn it?
I got a laptop for high school graduation to take with me to college.
So,
Is it Windows computer?
94.
It's okay. I won't hold
yeah,
it against you.
I think it was.
is there any other kind?
Yeah, but it sucked because I didn't have a printer. So
Oh,
it was
and
like I
you're
wrote
like,
papers on it, but
I grew up with printers. And
yeah. So I still did all my papers for college on the typewriter.
Nice. So what did you use the computer for? Mainly?
Playing solitaire.
Number one use of any computer?
Windows. Number
Yep.
one use of Windows. Make that clear.
Yeah.
All right, Kelly. When was the first time that you actually owned a computer, and how did you get it?
Well, we had a family computer that my dad brought home from work. It was a 286, so it wasn't good for much of anything.
286.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
When 286s came out, you say it's not good much for... They were awesome at the time.
At the time.
Right now, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, even at the time, that was pretty rough.
We used to live in a cardboard box in the middle of the street. Come on.
We had AutoCAD. We had the very first release of AutoCAD on that computer. You could draw a line and hit render, and you could go off, do a load of laundry, have a
All right,
sandwich.
let me pause you there for just a minute. You realize AutoCAD, everything is going to 3D printers and things like that, and you're complaining that your 286, you had AutoCAD.
I'm not complaining. I'm just saying factual.
All right,
it was
all right,
slow,
all right.
relatively speaking, right? The first one that I would say I had of my own was probably first release Pentiums, and I built my own. And I would say that was probably...
Get the case. And
Yep, mid-90s. Yeah.
All right, the questions jump a little bit more intense here now, okay? So, how have computers changed your life?
Nothing. She's still
And
playing
that's-
games. The games look better.
Okay,
That's the
I
computer
know
in your
how-
car, the computer on your phone.
I'm a person who's very interested in information. I like to know everything about anything. So I love
IMDb, yeah,
I
my
love
wife's the
being
same
able
way.
to go and find information immediately.
Well, and not to speak for her, but again, Kristin is disabled, so her mobility is somewhat limited. And I remember buying her first iPod, her first iPhone, her first iPad, because it was a lifeline to the world, and more so than just a phone. You know, there's Wikipedia, there's everything that the internet had to offer, there's all the apps, there's everything. She can check the weather because she's a weather bug. It just opened up the world for somebody who was
How have
almost...
computers changed your life?
Oh, jeez. Well, for one, it created an industry that's given me a very nice living. And without it, I probably never would have cracked into it.
Really?
Oh,
You weren't fascinated with them without the monetary value?
That's not true. No, I was fascinated with them, but if the computers hadn't been there, I was more of a hands-on person. I probably would have been an electrician, a plumber. It would have been a technical spec, but I never was really...
I can't see you digging ditches.
Well, no, I'd be the guy owning the plumbing company.
Does he have a garden?
No.
I didn't think so.
I got 3 plants on the back porch and 2 of them
Do you have a
dead.
gardener?
Like someone who mows? Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Jeez. Yeah.
Really?
She's got a housekeeper, too, so don't...
Pathfinder?
Maker.
No, you became that later in life. You
Oh.
started?
Day two. But aside from the industry, the same thing as Kristin. Every aspect. I travel a lot for work. Hotels, rental cars, planes, updates, everything's through my phone, right?
And you're using a 5.
You know, so everybody laughs about that. But
No.
but this-
I appreciate that because
Yeah.
I think that
it's a testament to both the technology and the manufacturer. Yes, I've
if
got
it
an
does
iPhone
what
5.
you need, what more do you need?
Exactly.
What did you not see coming?
Oh, wow.
The fact that it's almost that without it, we would almost be lost. You know, I mean, everything seems to be run by computers now. It's kind of scary to think about. If an EMP came someday.
You guys have 2 kids?
Yes.
Do they have phones?
Yes.
Yes.
Imagine if they didn't.
Yes.
Well,
That's the way we all grew up, right?
I know.
Right.
I know.
Did you see that coming?
No.
What did you not see coming in addition to that, though? I mean,
It makes me sad. You know.
I think the pervasiveness, just what you said, the way
I know my
it's
kids.
inserted itself into every single aspect of your life, and not merely altered things, but eliminated entire sections. 20 years ago, payphones were on every corner in this country. You can't find one now. But my kids are already going, what's that?
Yeah. They don't
not
know.
seeing payphones go away.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
But again, entire industries, toll takers, it's gone. It's all automated. It's all computerized. Ticket sales, food ordering in restaurants, everything, bank tellers. So, excuse me, the 2 things that I didn't see coming that come up to mind immediately. One is the entertainment. I really didn't think the bandwidth capacity would come online as fast as it has. I couldn't imagine streaming individual movies. I get to pick the movie, I get to pick the music, and having it at my fingertips. I just didn't think that capacity would be there.
I agree. I remember that movie way back when that I used to watch, and what was it? You search it, boom, got it.
And I'm watching it real time, absolutely. The other thing that I did not see coming is the acceptance of the hatred and bigotry that's come out. The social media I expected, but bringing the trolls out, I didn't think that would happen. And the internet really enabled that. It gave them a platform.
So the last question actually is, what do you want to see next? What do you think where do you think it's going to take us? What do you think it can do?
What do I think it can do? Anything. Like so many other high-end tools, I think the only limits are our imagination and our efforts. What do I hope to see? What can't we do virtual? Really, why do you need to go to an office ever? With VR, we could all have meetings, we could do demonstrations, we could do everything.
I've been working 6
From
years at home.
Yeah.
I have never met anybody that I work with.
Yeah.
I've not met a person that I work with other than in the virtual world.
Now, working for a tech company, you get the benefits of the first cutting edge of that tech, right?
Yeah, you can't do that with a restaurant.
But what about this? What about as a diner, you know what? Hey, we're on the way to said restaurant. Let's go ahead and put the car in automatic mode. And through VR, I want to peruse their menu, not just in words, but in visuals, in scents. I want to smell and see
Oh, I
what
don't want
your
to smell
offerings are.
porn. No.
Okay, we were talking about
I'm
rest. Now, where do I think it's going to go? You just hit on it. If we can do
That's what's going to break the industry.
If we can do anything in VR,
So
we're
I'm
going
going
to
to
do porn
ask
in
your
VR.
wife here. What do you want to see come and go?
More reality shows.
No. Help more people. Medical advancements. That would be great.
Yeah.
Because I could sure use some new body parts.
I think.
I always tell Kelly that. If he could.
3D print.
Yeah, if
parts.
he could just give me a new body. But
It's getting
give
there,
me
though.
my
You
head
know
on.
what? I mean, your kids won't. My kids won't.
But our grandkids might.
But thank you if you'd introduce yourselves one more time.
Kelly Lane.